What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the You Don't Know Ball channel. Today, we are going to be doing things a little bit different. We're going to be more segment-based. We're going to touch on fantasy, do some, what are we doing?
Doing a lot of different
We're
things.
doing a lot of
Top
things.
5 teams.
Some games in there.
Talk about some quarterbacks that are struggling, if their fan bases should be worried, comfortable.
Most disappointing teams.
So, yeah, sorry, I don't know. We're kind of doing this like right before the show, so
I think it's gonna be
a
fun,
little
though.
last second.
Oh, it's going to be a lot of fun.
It'd be a lot of fun.
But
Going
our
with the
first
flow.
one is we are going to be doing top 5 power rankings of the NFL. We did this a little bit last year. We're going to get back to it. And personally, I'm excited, but let's just get into it. So, Connor, start us off.
All right. My top 5 teams after week 3 are the Bills, the Chiefs, the Dolphins. Let me double check. The Eagles and the Packers. I think what stands out to this list more than your guys' list is that I think I'm the only person with the Packers on here. And yes, they did beat the Bucs. It wasn't a great win by any means, but I think that they're slowly getting their players back. Bakhtiari's coming back. Elton Jenkins is coming back. The defense is awesome on paper, and I think the Packers are going to be regarded more as a top 5 team the more that Rodgers brings these receivers along. They're young, they're still learning, but they got 17 weeks to get on that and be ready for the playoffs. So I have them as a top 5 team.
I'm going to be honest. I definitely considered it because we were all in the same spot where we had like a pretty consensus top 4, and the 5th spot was a little shaky. I considered it just because they started to look more like themselves with the run game. They were just doing everything right. A solid football team.
Yeah.
So I think I like it.
Thanks. Told the Packers fans not to panic after week 1.
Fuck
did.
those Packers.
There's still there's definitely no reason to panic. We knew they were going to figure it out.
Fuck the Packers.
I did not have the Packers. I did not have the Packers on the top 5 personally,
Fuck them.
but they were close. They were definitely right there, probably number 6 or 7. Me personally, now I'm rolling with the Eagles at number 1. Got the Bills at number 2, Chiefs at 3. It's a little weird. Chiefs at 3. I think they figured out. I think they'll bounce up here soon though. Dolphins at number 4, then Rams at number 5. So for me, I don't know. Like I said, Chiefs at number 3 feels weird. Having the Bills not at number 1 feels weird. Reason I have the Eagles at number 1. Right now, the Eagles are the one team that have showed us that once they get going, they're not going to take their foot off the gas. They're not beating themselves. And someone correct me if I'm wrong. Do the Eagles have a hole right now on the roster at all? Like,
No.
they're literally, the Eagles right now are like when you're playing franchise mode, a 2-man against your buddy, and it's the offseason hits and the draft, and you're like, I don't even know position I need to. I don't even know like where I want to go like with this year. You know, that's like the Eagles right now. Bills are basically in that same position, but they just showed us that they beat themselves. That's basically what they did last week. And the Dolphins played a fantastic game, but they played almost a perfect game, barely beat them. Bills, like we said, they shot themselves in the foot. And then as far as Rams here at number 5, I just feel like they have the most like continuity out of the other teams. I was thinking they're still a well-built roster. Stafford still looks like he has some figuring things out, and they're still refiguring things out, but they're going to get rolling again, and the Rams are still a really good team.
All right. My top 5 goes to show here. Bills, Eagles, Chiefs, Dolphins. And then I did a little Rams, Bucks because I'm kind of torn.
Sounds like you're cheating the top
Yeah,
5
whoa.
list.
Hey, I was supposed to say
T5?
that.
Yeah. I'm cheating. I'll get to the 5th. I'll clear it up when I get down.
You got it.
The Bills, yes, they did lose yesterday, but the thing that stood out to me most was they played an elite wide receiver room. Obviously, probably the best, the fastest guys. And they didn't like let up that many points. 7 of them came on a sack from Allen at like the 10, whatever. But like it was the secondary that stepped up because they're missing all kinds of guys. And that just spoke volumes to me about like the culture and the scheme. Like those guys played pretty well. I thought they were just going to get blown off the top and just straight up get beat, but they didn't. So I like that. And it's still, Josh, every time Josh on the field, I'm going to go with him. Eagles, they could be 1. You had them at 1. I didn't disagree. I like it. Eagles are probably the most complete team right now, considering all the Bills injuries, but I'm still going with the Bills at 1. Eagles 2. Chiefs, I'll never count out Pat. I don't care. He could be thrown to whoever, but I don't care. He makes just too many incredible plays for me to not put him there. Yes, yesterday was a stinker, but also good for my narrative that the Colts will be good. So I was a little hype. I was a little hype.
Silver lining.
They didn't look good, but I'm still believing in them.
They still won.
Dolphins at 4. I feel like it'd be wrong of me to leave out an undefeated team.
You should just use this time to say sorry to Grant.
You
No.
should.
Fuck that. I don't care.
You know,
No.
we're taking steps in the right direction. I'm applauding you for getting over.
They still
your
have. They still
Dolphins
have
game.
more to
We're
prove to
getting
me.
so close. Like
Yeah.
it's so the universe is gonna force him soon.
Baby
It's-
steps. Baby
we're-
steps.
Yeah, we're walking there.
Yeah, maybe I am getting there. I don't know. I don't think I am.
Oh, let's progress. We're making
Whatever.
progress.
All right, and then to figure out the top 5, I'm just gonna put the Bucks in there.
Dang.
I do like the Rams, and I feel like this spot could have also gone to the Rams or Packers because they play well. But the Bucks, the defense is still really good. It's still really good. I know there's gonna be no questions about that going into the year. Everyone's playing super well. Offensively, I feel like this is good though for Tom to get these guys like chemistry and under their belt because you never know. You might need to call one of them later. Godwin goes down again. Julio goes down again, or Mike will obviously be back. It was just a suspension, but this is like good chem. I think Beasley could maybe be a sneaky pickup for them
Yeah.
because that's the kind of guy Tom loves. Option routes, and he's always going to pick the right option. I love it, and it's Tom. They're going to figure it out. Always going to bet with TB12. I probably would expect them to be in the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Whoa.
Okay.
Well, and here's why. The narrative fits it. That's the only reason. Tom's last season.
I mean, honestly, it's a great point though.
Right off and in the sunset.
I'm gonna say
Why wouldn't the NFL want that?
NFC.
the
I mean,
Bucks are gonna get right by like week 10.
Right,
they're
and it's gonna be
good.
and it's gonna be the same old
Yeah.
stuff that you're gonna keep seeing.
Yep.
And it's like
Yep.
they never left.
listen, the only thing that
So-
concerns me more than ever with them this year, and that's I agree, and I do agree that they're going to figure it out. But the thing about them making the Super Bowl that concerns me is if that O line never gets fully back to shape,
very true.
No,
that
that's
is
true.
gonna really ring like that. That's what's gonna be that's what's gonna stop them.
Agreed.
Because that's the one thing that Brady can't. He can fix everything else about the team, but if he doesn't have time to throw these plays that he's designed at the line of scrimmage, it's just not. That's the thing that I'm concerned about.
I was just thinking about that. And you know how the Bucks just kind of bring people off the street? Like Cole Beasley was just
Yeah.
hanging out for the last 2 weeks. They just
Rapping.
brought him in.
music.
You know what they're going to
rap-
do?
yeah.
They're going to like call up like Nick Mangold or Marshall Yonda and be like, hey, we need you for 4 games. You come
You-
back and
you
play
wanna
some
play-
guard for
It's
us.
actually a great point.
Like,
you want to play? You want to
they're
play in the
gonna
Super Bowl? Or
Yeah,
not?
you wanna
That's
play-
your selling point. You have a chance of playing in the Super Bowl. Do you want to fucking play or not?
They're going to find a random guard off the streets and he's going to be fine.
It's a great point, actually. I love it. Like, it's actually, we write this down. I'm like, this, we're definitely going to come back to
Are
this.
you
when it
telling
happens.
Tom Brady no?
No.
Are you answering a phone call from Tom Brady and be like,
Some of those.
sorry, I thought about it,
I
maybe
would
not.
say Mangold was probably out because
they're both way out
been-
there, but
yeah,
like
I feel like there's
The
others that
point,
we don't know.
The
of that
point I agree with.
they'll bring someone in and they're going to play well. But I also feel like like you raised the O-line concerns. I don't know why, but it's just like I think you almost have to play better for Brady. Like
You
I
do?
feel like he's gonna get you right.
the standard's
like,
higher.
like mentally, obviously,
Oh,
physically, he's not gonna fix
100%.
you up with your technique and all that. But like mentally, he's gonna fire them up, and they're gonna go play and block. And I don't know. I think they'll be okay.
Mhm.
It is scary. That was a concern of mine, but I think they'll be all right.
I looked up Cole Beasley's snap percentage and it was only 14%. I really thought it was higher.
It seemed a lot.
I
higher,
feel
for
like I
sure.
saw him on the field decent.
He's gonna have to work his way in there, but like to Tyler's
No,
point, though,
yeah,
I think he's
it was a
definitely
week,
gonna.
but
That's
like he'll
it's
end up
gonna-
getting those targets.
It's
for
gonna
sure.
be
Yeah.
a sneaky pickup.
especially if Godwin's out for the
If Godwin's out for a little longer than expected,
yeah.
that's gonna
That's
be
why
very
I'm
sneaky.
scared. Speaking of that, I think that's why they signed him because Godwin's injury is a little bit.
Concerning.
They don't want to rush it anymore. 'Cause he
I don't
came back
think it's
in, he
even
just
a
hurt
little
it.
bit scary. It's if you're on that Buck staff, it's getting real scary.
Yeah.
you gotta really manage him.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go through mine real quick. I went with the Eagles, then the Bills, then the Chiefs, the Dolphins, and the Rams. The Eagles for the exact same reason that you said, Dobbs.
We have the same list, Dylan. We're the great minds think alike.
Let's go.
I didn't even notice. We definitely did not notice.
I
till
did
now.
not
Oh,
notice.
I thought you were talking about in the same order, but
No, we do. Like,
no, you have Bills and Eagles.
oh, you're right.
Flipped.
Well,
Oh wait, no, wait.
no, yeah, no.
Oh, we,
Oh, I'm
hey,
tweaking.
hey,
I was looking at my- I was
hey,
tweaking.
We
hey,
had to bring it back. He
Sorry,
had
sorry.
me. We dapped. We
No,
lost
so
it.
for the same reason, the Eagles have just looked like the most sound team. I just haven't seen a team kind of challenge them in that sense. And they have just, I don't know, it's the most surprising team and just very sound. And I think they're going to be very good this year. I would have had the Bills over them if the Bills beat the Dolphins this week. But like you said also, they beat themselves and they just don't deserve the one spot right now personally. They're going to get right though. Don't get it twisted. as soon as they rattle off 4 more wins, even 2, they're going to be right at the 1 spot for me.
Yeah, no, 100%.
The Chiefs, I just again, like you said, you can't count out Pat. The Chiefs are still a very good football team despite losing Tyreek and Tyrann Mathieu. So yeah, they lost to the Colts. It was kind of a scary game. The Colts were hungry. They needed that win. So that's also why.
Hungry dogs run faster.
Exactly. The Dolphins, shout out Tua. I'm sorry, Grant. There you go, Tyler.
You ain't getting that shit from me.
And then
You
the
ain't getting it
Rams,
from me.
they got destroyed by the Bills week 1, but that's their only loss so far. And they can still run the football. They can still play good defense. So they're still a very good football team in that regard. So, yeah.
I agree.
I like it.
Sounds
All
like
right.
generally we're pretty consensus on around the tops, like 5 to 7.
I think we all had the same 4 teams in there, at least. Bucks, Eagles, Dolphins, and the Chiefs.
Yep.
Yeah, we all had the same 4. So at the 5, that makes sense. I have one team that just rotates in. It's preference. So
we're early in the year. I think things will start to like
Come
get
to form.
a little more
Yeah.
complicated
And define
further.
themselves too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
absolutely. All right. Next, we're doing the guess the grade, but we're doing it a little differently than we did last week. So
I'm cheesing.
this time, we're just going to do the top 5 highest graded quarterbacks.
Let's go.
Passing grades from Pro Football Focused from week 3. Last week, I picked 5 at random. This week, we're just going to do the top 5. So, with doing the game like this, our contestants are allowed to look up stats. You're allowed to pull them up on your computer, check it over, think about who really played well, even if they didn't have great stats, because as we know, PFF passing grades are not completely statistical based. It's about yards per attempt. It's about making the right read. There are a lot of things that go into this. So I think that's why, you're not going to have the guy that threw for 400 yards be number 1 on the grades. So it's
Does
going
it
to be a
have
little
to be
dis-
does it have to be in order?
Try to put it in order. Just try to. If it's probably going to be really hard if it doesn't work out so well. Then
I
we
feel
can do
like
it.
none of us are going to get it in order, but
What if you get more points?
All right, boys, we have everybody's answers for Guess the Grade. New segment here. Switched it up. Let's see what we got. Dobbs, I'm going to start down here with you. You want to flip the camera, show them what your list is.
Like I said, I'm oddly confident in the list, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I always end up getting shitted on whenever I'm confident in this game. The 3 times we've played it. So, look at number 1, we got Jalen. Jalen played a great game. Number 2, we got Lamar. Joey B at number 3. T-Law at number 4, and we got Matty Gase at number 5. Matty Gase with a sneaky good game against the Chiefs.
All right.
Are you gonna release if you got any, or are you gonna wait?
I
I think you should wait. I think you should
am
wait.
going to wait, but I'm going to put Dobbs' points in right now.
All right. I'm kind of scared.
Ooh,
I
that
heard-
sounds good for me. I'm finessing.
I heard a little clicky clack.
I got
over
some
there. I didn't
points.
like it. All right. I assume you're going to me next, and I don't care if you are or not. But my top 5 were Lamar. I gotta see what I got. Joe Burrow, Hurts, T-Law, and Stafford. Stafford was a little weird.
Interesting one.
Stafford was a little weird one. I thought he played a good game yesterday. He didn't have many incompletions. I don't know. I feel like he's just a wild card to me. I thought maybe I could be different and get a couple points. To
All
you,
right.
Fedden?
All right, Dobbs.
New strategy.
my number 3 is also gross, like Tyler had said when he looked over at my list.
Yeah,
but I don't care because last week Brissette was like what was he?
2, 1, maybe.
Was he 1?
I think he was 1 or 2, yeah.
So I threw in a gross quarterback to see what happens. I went with Jalen Hurts,
Interesting.
Trevor Lawrence, Geno Smith, Joe Burrow, and Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
All
Wait, no,
right.
I think
I
I
don't-
think you might be onto something.
I don't think my Geno one was on there, but
he could be
it's
onto
whatever.
something,
All right, now
Drum
I'm going to
roll,
reveal
please.
the top 5 highest graded quarterbacks from week 3.
though. Let's go.
At number 1, Jacoby Brissette.
Again?
What
the
fuck? Again.
Boo,
No,
boo.
But think
PFF
about
is
it.
a scam.
Think about it.
PFF
when
is
you
a
watch the
scam.
game,
Hey, yo!
watching the game, he didn't make like any bad plays. He
Yeah,
was
he
dotting
was-
it up
He was making the right reads.
like
yeah.
he was making the right
Get
reads.
out of here.
He had a 90.4 passing grade. He did everything he needed to. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Jacoby Brissette is at number 1.
How crazy is it that I brought him up?
Jacoby Brissette's making himself money.
I thought you had
man.
him in your list. I did. I was cheesing, so I'm like, no way.
No matter how you want to cut it, though,
I'm
Jacoby
so
Brissette's making
mad.
himself some money, man. Like, so no matter what, teams are looking like,
I'm so
and at
mad.
least that guy gonna be my backup. Like, I mean, he make himself money no matter how you want to slice that, I guess.
Facts.
But there's nothing.
All right. At number 2, the second highest graded quarterback from week 3, we have Matthew Stafford.
Let's
Shout
go,
out
let's
Tyler.
go.
That's
Bang,
4 points
bang,
right there.
Bang, 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 bang.
That's 4 points.
Bang.
Congratulations.
Let's go.
That's a big one.
huge.
Where'd you have him on your list?
5.
5.
Wait,
Nice.
he gets 4 for that?
Yeah, so I think I'm just making this up as we go, but yeah, so
Sounds good.
You're gonna get 5 points if you get number 1. If you get number 2, you get 4 points. So next time we're not gonna rank them, we're just gonna do 5.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I literally just made it up like right now.
I like that. Yeah, okay.
Listen, I snapped. I snapped.
I don't know how you put that down.
I had a feeling. I had a reading. I felt something. He had a good game yesterday. I love it. Let's go.
What was that
Congratulations.
Cowboys parlay you were thinking of?
Hey, I can feel that one. We can talk about that later. That's gonna hit.
A lot of feelings going around.
That will hit. I promise you.
I felt something last night, and it was so wrong.
Well, that's just a different story.
All right.
Yeah, but you didn't put Stafford on your list, Dylan. Come on.
That's true. That is true.
Come
That's
on.
a great point.
Let's go.
The third highest graded passer from Pro Football Focused in week 3 is none other than Tua turn the ball over. And he was not listed on anybody's. That's a tough one.
How?
I don't know. To be honest,
Good defense.
I'm not really sure.
I mean,
How did he?
10 yards per attempt, which is pretty high. So it looks
Okay,
like he was putting the ball in the right
Because
spots.
he threw the ball fucking 18 times.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's not snap count
So
based.
it's really efficiency.
it pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much
All right.
what it is.
That's good to know.
we're gonna get better at this game, man.
Yeah, we're gonna start.
We're learning.
We're gonna start thinking like those PFF dudes, and we're gonna nail it.
Exactly.
I'm already
Exactly.
Get in the
thinking like
line.
him,
I'm
right?
liking the game
Yeah,
so
I-
far.
I'm
This
too
is
hyped.
this
I'm
is
too
way better
hyped.
than last.
I'm too hyped. I got
This is
Stafford.
hysterical.
I'm too hyped.
I'm not gonna.
None of
This-
my guys yet, though, huh, man?
All right. Let's
If
go.
Hurts isn't
Number
on here,
4.
this is a fraud.
Number 4 is wild.
Our guys aren't gonna be on.
How wild?
This one is crazy. Like crazy. Because this is notoriously a bad quarterback, and he is graded number 4. The 4th highest passer in week 3 per Pro Football Focus is Mitchell Trubisky.
Yes, sir. I don't have him on the list, but let's fight. Number 10, Mitch. Let's fight.
77.6,
I
which
knew it,
is
and I
absurd.
knew-
These PFF dudes are clowns.
See, and I knew he didn't have a
No,
bad
see,
game.
no. Tell
Tell me he had a bad game on Thursday night. I dare you.
He must not have. He's a
He
4th
had a
highest.
fantastic game, and Deontay Johnson lost him that game.
So either PFF is lying, or the Steelers offensive coordinator needs to be fired immediately. Which one are we going with?
I think the Browns defense just might be really bad. Because, like, they really have all the pieces, but they never
them
put
some
What's
it
up
out.
with the
Flowers,
secondary?
bro.
What's up with the secondary?
All right.
This is
I'll give it to
unbe-
him. I'll give it to Mitch.
Thank you. Damn.
I need to get one.
Dude.
This better be Hurts or T-Law,
It doesn't
or else
matter.
I'm riding.
I won.
All
Or
right, all
Lamar.
right.
I won already.
Okay, congrats. You won this week. We
yeah.
know.
Hell yeah.
At 5, the 5th highest passer per Pro Football Focus is Trevor Lawrence.
Yes.
Let's go.
I secured
There
a
we
dub.
go.
All right, I
We got
needed
some
one.
points.
I needed
There
we
one.
go.
No,
I
I
needed
win.
one.
I win.
And at
Tell
6,
the audience who won.
Be gracious.
at 6, it was Joe Burrow. So you guys all were on the same point with that.
Do we get like a 0.5?
I did give you a 0.5, yes. So we got 1.5 for Dylan and Tyler,
So was-
Dylan and Dobbs, and then 4.
Wait, I was kind
0.5.
of joking. We get a 0.5?
Yeah. I think I might throw 0.5s if they're in the top 10.
Okay.
So let me
Interesting.
let me
Let's
just,
do it. Yeah.
yeah.
No, let's
Let
do
me
that.
recount. Let me recount.
Let's do
'cause
that.
You guys still
Lamar-
don't win.
Lamar
I'll be
was
This
right
is
back.
at the
hold
end
on.
of the year
Lamar was
thing.
8. Lamar was 8. So who had Lamar in theirs?
I
Me.
did.
We all
so
did.
2.
We all did.
Okay, 2, 5, and 2. Okay, let's see.
Is Gino in there?
No.
Fuck.
Hurts was 12.
Oh,
Gino 17.
Hurts was
Okay.
12.
Yeah, Hurts was 12.
12.
let's go, baby. I am
So wait, was there a part of the game where Trubisky threw a 360 behind the back no look pass that I missed? Just like I'm just kind of confused. Y'all,
I don't think I saw
was
that
there
one.
part of the? Nah, was there something I was missing? I gotta go back and watch.
He balled out. That's all I gotta say.
All right, congratulations, Tyler.
This dude's riding with Mitch
He
over
was
Tua
20
still.
for
This is where
32
we're at
for
right about now,
200
Connor.
yards.
Huh?
Guys, this is where we're at. Right
20 for 32. with
This is the
200
first
yards.
stage of denial.
You have to look at the incompletions though. Trust me, I was watching that game like it was
like drops and stuff. Yeah.
Incompletions.
That's a good point.
Three
They
of them
do factor
came.
that in.
3 of them came at the end of the half when they were just trying to make a play. One was a Deontay Johnson drop. Maybe 2 of them were Deontay Johnson drops. And then that covers 5 of the 8 that he missed. And there's 3 others, whatever. Yeah.
He has them.
And they did. They should have won that game. Can't believe Deontay Johnson sold like that.
That was fun. I think this
I
guest
enjoyed
grade
that
was
one.
better.
Yeah, that was awesome.
We're gonna.
Yeah, I had this.
Who won the first one?
I got a champ right there.
Yeah. I'll carry that over to next week.
I
Do
got
we
to
crown the champion in week 3 or at the end of the season?
In week 3.
Look
In
at
week
that.
3.
Would you look at that?
No,
The week-to-week crown.
For our listeners, we are doing 3 clues. This is mostly fantasy related. Some aren't, just to give you a better idea of the player. I'm gonna rattle them off. I'm gonna give you guys a minute, and then we're gonna converse.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
I'm a little bit confused. Is this just going to be one question at a time here?
No, I'm gonna give you 3 hints.
It's guess the player, so it's not.
I was going to say, okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's just
yeah,
one
it's guess the
player at a time.
One
Okay.
player at a time.
Okay. I see. I don't know if we were like list format. All right. We're all learning together. I'm ready, gang.
All right. Player number 1. This player is a tight end, and he is on a new team this year. This player
easy.
is a top 5 fantasy tight end so far this season.
Ooh, never mind.
This player has the same amount of targets as Travis Kelce.
Ooh, I got it.
Got that easy money, baby.
Oh wait, I don't.
I feel like you guys don't. This one's hard.
I got it for sure.
A tight end on a new team. I don't know one. I actually know. I only know one. I think who made some. Ooh, yes.
I know who Connor's guess is
I won.
without
Can I get
even
the hints?
looking at
Let me
it,
get the hints one more
and
time.
I think it's
Let me
wrong.
get the hints.
Really?
Ah,
Was
see,
it a player you started in fantasy this
Yeah.
year?
Yeah. Okay.
All right, I'll give you a hint. It's wrong.
Let me get the hints one more time, Dylan.
I'm gonna remain truthful to my first guess, so I'm not gonna change it.
I respect that. Dobbs, one moment. I just want to verify something.
New tight end top 5.
Yes, this is indeed his first year on this team, and he's been in the league. I'll help you guys out for 5 years. He was not in a role where he was featured in any regard.
Oh my god, I know who it is.
I win.
Yeah.
I think I won.
Did you?
And you said a tight end.
Hey, the
Dobbs.
timer's almost done.
I didn't even start the timer. Actually, I capped. I
Well,
thought
the
I did.
timer's over.
It's definitely been a minute. All right, Dobbs, real quick. This player is a tight end on a new team this year. This player is a top 5 fantasy tight end right now. This player has the same amount of targets as Travis Kelce.
I'm so stumped right now in the worst way, and I don't even I literally don't even have a legitimate answer. I just have to put it down a purposefully wrong answer. Like I know this is wrong. Like this is shameful, shameful answer, but I have to do it. I'm a man of the game, man. I'm disappointed in myself.
Should we go one by one or all flip at the same
I'm wrong.
time?
I'm wrong.
I don't know. It's up to
I'm
you.
stumped.
Maybe one by one.
One by one and give your reasoning, I guess.
Okay, sure.
Connor, go ahead.
Okay. I know this is wrong, but he's on a new team, and he has been putting up some pretty decent fantasy points. After a couple more clues, I think I know who it is. Can I say it, or should I?
Wait.
I'm gonna wait. But I know who it is.
I'm gonna be mad at myself. I didn't know who it was. 100%. I know this is the wrong answer, but I happen to know CJ Uzama's on a new team. Shout out CJ Uzama. He plays tight end. Shout out CJ, man.
Oh shit.
I
Oh,
All
I
right,
just
Tyler.
was cheesing with you.
had to, hey, man. Hot Jets, baby.
Hey, can
No.
you stop looking?
No,
What does it matter?
He's wrong.
He is wrong. He is wrong.
Oh, I thought it was so right. Evan Ingram?
You were feeling that previous dub, huh?
Yeah.
Can I say it now?
Oh, I know who it is now. I'm so
Who do you think
mad.
it is?
It's
I'm
Hayden
changing
Hurst.
it.
Nope.
No, I'm changing.
Don't try
I knew
that.
you guys were not going to get this one. It is.
I know it.
Austin Hooper.
Wait, can I take one more guess?
Yeah.
Is it
Ooh,
Gerald Everett?
Nope.
He just guessed
That was his guess.
Gerald Everett.
It is Tyler Conklin on the New
Oh,
York Jets.
ew.
Right team, wrong tight end.
That's-
right team, wrong tight end.
That's so gross.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Conklin's been getting those sneaky targets too. He got some garbage time.
27
That's what I'm-
targets through 3 games
That's
so far.
crazy.
So what you're saying is he's better than Kelsey and Pitts?
Oh, he's definitely better than Pitts.
Okay.
There's
He's
no
top
doubt
5
about
right
it.
now.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Wow. That was a good one.
That was a really good one.
That was a good start.
You knew we weren't going to get it.
And if it gets tougher, I'm fucked.
I'm disappointed in myself.
Your next one,
but he's
please?
also been getting sneaky targets where it's like I haven't been thinking but he's doing his thing this year, man.
These are going to be great clips, guys.
No, they are.
They're going to be fire clips.
All right, our next one is this player has scored more points this year than Jamar Chase and Devontae Adams. He was out all of last season, and he is a wide receiver that has 50 rush yards and 2 total touchdowns. So he gets the ball in some fun ways.
Oh, easy.
Was out all of last season. 50 rush yards?
Yep.
Okay. Thinking of.
I need to write it better for my gang, for my people out there. This is, come on, Dad.
You said he has more touchdowns or more yards?
More fantasy points than Devontae Adams and Jamar Chase.
Really?
I think it's sweet. No, that's cheating.
You're right. I didn't even set the fucking timer.
That
again.
was
God
easy
damn
money.
it.
I knew that from the
All
start.
right, 30 seconds.
I think I've got it. But
From
I
the
don't
start.
know. I need to look at all the
You're
teams.
stumping me.
Need to have a list of every team so I can like see it.
Stumper. Gunther, Stumper.
All right, 15 more seconds.
Am I allowed to take a look at something?
In 13 seconds, you
No,
can.
I would say no because
Okay, I
I'm
won't.
giving you stats.
That's
this is so
facts.
tough.
Yeah.
I think I've got it too.
No, you don't.
Tyler's a winner today.
Hey, don't speak too soon, Doc. I got this. in the
Well,
bag.
that
All right,
I would have
timer's
2
up.
wins.
Get your guesses in.
Okay, buddy.
5,
All right.
4, 3. Dobbs pondering. 2,
At the buzzer.
1.
1.5.
Bang.
Mike Breen.
I literally am stumped.
Bang, Wolf Curry.
You guys just take me away on this one. I'm stumped.
All right, Connor, go ahead.
My answer is Robert Woods.
Nope.
God, that was so garbage.
I'm so stumped.
Curtis Samuel.
Curtis
easy.
Samuel.
Let's go,
Damn it.
baby. That's a Buckeye.
You were
See,
on
no,
the
I
out
wa- I
all
wanted-
last
I
year.
wanted
It was
to-
the rushing yards too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it got. That's what it won.
See, I was thinking about doing it, but
That's
I wasn't
kinda what
confident.
sold
I
it.
wasn't confident it was like he was out all year last year. Damn.
Shout out to Buckeyes,
But-
baby.
To your credit, Connor, a guy that was out all of last year and on a new team. So
I think it's just because I don't.
Good
I
stuff.
pretend
Picking
like
a Buckeye, bro.
I pretend like
Appreciate
Washington
you.
football isn't a real team. Like they're completely off my radar. So I just
Why
didn't
do
think
you
of Curtis
have
Samuel.
such a hate for them, bro?
I can't explain it. It's just
Damn, that's
just
that's mean.
Something happened in the parlay
happened.
years ago.
all right.
yeah.
Next player. This player is a quarterback and is currently rostered in less than 50% of leagues. He has more fantasy points than Kyler Murray. His team has put up more than 25 points per game. And I just use 25 as a baseline because I know that for a fact. I could probably get you an exact number, but it's definitely higher than 25.
Oh my goodness.
Just to be sure, I'm not looking up stats. I'm just looking at the teams so I can have a
I'm
better
fucking
list.
crazy at this game, y'all.
No, I know.
Tyler,
I
Tyler
actually-
got it right
no.
again already.
I'm confident. I'm
Damn.
confident in this one.
This
I'm-
boy is different.
I saw Connor peeking at
I
Dobbs.
saw it, but I'm not changing them.
Cheater. Cheating.
Cheater on the podcast.
Look. I'm confident in this one. I'm confident in this one. But I'm also gonna be wrong.
I'm
sick.
so bad at setting the timer.
But this, I think this is a good answer, right? This,
I think you have a good answer.
I think I have a
agree.
good answer.
Do you guys all have answers?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I had mine open. I'm not a cheater.
Connor,
Oh,
go
you're a
ahead.
Cheater.
My answer is Jared Goff.
I can't say,
Okay.
Okay.
but you're right.
Yeah. I went Marcus Mariota. The less than 50% of leagues thing was what got me on that one. And I know the Falcons' offense has been quietly putting up points.
This isn't Jeopardy. You need to write the whole answer down.
All right, buddy.
Who is?
Yeah, which golf are you talking about?
Who is
Thinking where the
Jared
sun
Goff?
doesn't shine, buddy.
Yeah. So those were the 3 players I
Those
had.
was- that was a
Let's
cool-
go.
those were
Give
great
me a
questions.
point.
I
Give me a
knew
point.
Round
I
of
was gonna
applause.
stump you guys on Tyler Conklin.
You definitely
Yeah,
stumped
you
us.
did, you did.
Wild. That
We gotta
he's
stop
top-
sleeping
he's
on
number
Tyler.
3.
That's insane.
Number 3 in fantasy so far.
Talk about a steal, man.
All right, let's go,
Look at him.
baby. Such a handsome fella.
Is that the 3 from the game? Or do we have more?
Yeah. Well, I'm done.
Okay, bet.
All right. Mine's a little segment, a little question, but it's early. It's week 3, but I feel like you got to get these out and onto a platform. Who has been the most disappointing team so far and why? I'll start. I'll give mine.
Let me.
Okay.
I have pretty confident in my
No,
answer.
you can go ahead.
You
Sorry,
start
I'm
us
just-
out.
I'm
Yeah,
just
I'll have
gonna-
my answer by the time that you're done.
I need to
Exactly.
look at who's been shitting the bed.
Got my answer 100%.
Well, I'm going to start out. This was a tough one. It was either between these two teams. It was the Raiders or the Broncos. And I'm not going with the winless
Oh.
team. I'm going with the Broncos, I think.
I already know how I'm doing.
And I want to do Raiders because they deserve their hate because they're bad and Josh McDaniels might be cursed. But that's for another day. But I'm going with Broncos because I think this is just something that none of us expected. Like the Bears have more total points than them on the year.
Yeah.
Gross.
Say that again
They
and
averaged
think that's okay.
they averaged like 3 yards per play last night.
That it's so bad. Like I'm actually concerned. It's concerning. And I know we talked about it week 1. I know just sent it in the group chat. I think it was maybe Hunter who was like, "Is Russ done?" And you disliked it, and you're like, "No, no way."
And then I said it the week after. I think you just
Could he maybe be done?
I don't think so.
I don't want to say he is. I don't think he is. But by the looks of it, I know it's like new coach and all this stuff. But right now, it looks horrible. The red zone offense is bad. They don't know what's going on. Hackett had to hire a game managing analyst.
That's
Who the hell does that? It's 2022. If you don't have it figured out yourself, that's just a red flag. Like, there's just so many things with this team that I don't like. It's scary. I was never a big hype guy for Jerry Jeudy. I thought Sutton was always going to be the better receiver, and he's proving that so far. Sutton's like a mini version of DK in a sense, so maybe that's why Russ is giving the ball more. But I just don't know. This team scares me a lot, and they will. I mean, Raiders or Broncos are finishing last in that division.
Side note that needs to be mentioned, just because I don't even know if you guys saw this. Happened so quick, got deleted so fast, never really became a big news, at least not to my knowledge, didn't. But after the game, Shannon Sharp tweeted Jerry Jeudy, basically calling him out, saying, "Do you see? You guys saw this thing?"
I
Yeah.
didn't see that.
And basically, Judy responded to him and he deleted with like a minute. But the tweet, it was something along the lines of basically all you need to know is that Jerry Jeudy said, because he was saying like his routes, his catching stinks. Like he runs all these routes he can't.
I have it right here if you want me to. pull it
And
up.
then it's something about his breath smelling like his breath smells like ass because he's saying like he's like, oh, my catching's ass, like your breath is ass. But I don't really know where Judy's going because this, again, this is the same thing as like when DK tried to come at him. It's like you're like your ammo. It's just like you just don't. I don't.
Shannon Sharp was one of the best tight
Yeah,
ends
it's
in
like
NFL history.
and it's
What do
just
you
like
say?
that looks immature. And like to your point, with so many things wrong with the Broncos, they don't look like they're not cohesive at all. Like there's just so
it
many things
doesn't look
wrong.
like they play as a unit. It doesn't look like
Yeah.
a team.
Remember that rep that I pointed out? We have a TikTok up about it where I pointed out that rep where with the game on the line misses the wide open tight end. When I see things like that, it starts to make me question like, is Russ cooked? Like is he maybe not cooked, but has Russ like
Ins-
lost a little bit? Like
Instead of him cooking, is he? The one
I was
being
just
cooked?
about to say that.
Like, is he has Russ lost? So I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, because this thing is, we've hit the point where I think Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers are starting to set like unrealistic expectations for how long
That's
QBs are going to be
true.
good.
I
And I've been on this
agree,
train for a while. We're going
That's
through
a
this
great
generation of
point.
two of the greatest of all time, where everyone's like, well, my QB should be throwing dots. No, I don't think that's almost like a really unrealistic expectation. And it's kind of the point is like, is that what we're hitting here? I don't know. It's worth keeping an eye on.
To that point, I'm gonna disagree with you, just not completely, but I think the things that Russ do well is he has the best deep ball in the league. Like no shot. Like
Is it
nobody else.
still the best?
It is. It's just like he doesn't take the shots anymore because the offense isn't tailored to do that. Like he had one, Judy dropped like easy, probably would have been a 50-yard gain. He can hit Sutton deep. And the best thing about Russ is like improvisation. Like when he gets out of the pocket, when the play breaks down, he can find somebody deep. And the offense that he's running is a structured, Rodgers offense. This happens, you hit this. This happens, you do that. Defense give you this looks, you do this. But that's not Russ's game. Russ's needs to be run fucking as far as you can, try to get open. And if you are open downfield, he's going to hit you because he made some throws that were good. But then the short game, I think to your point, you're right. The short game looks awful. Like the slant. He can't hit a slant for the life of him, but he can still hit the deep ball. So I think he's turned into kind of a one-trick pony.
I just think it's too early to say that. He's
Agreed.
been on the Seahawks for 10 years, and then he goes to a new team for the first time ever. He's with a new head coach. Like, the situation, a lot of people expected the Broncos just to come out and be great because they have a pretty good roster. But I just think that was unrealistic expectations, especially when you see the coaching performance that Hackett's put up through the first 3 weeks. Like, he's obviously, he might turn into it. It might just be some first season type of jitters as a head coach, but it's not great. I just think there's a lot of things that aren't great for the Broncos right now, but they can still figure it out, kind of. I don't think Hackett's the guy, though.
I was gonna say the silver
Yeah.
lining is that if you're a Broncos fan, I don't think you're looking at this like Russ is our scapegoat yet. It's definitely like we're being coaching malpracticed, and that's the first line of like what we're gonna fix.
I agree, and I don't want Russ to get off because he does not look great either. But I would say once you let Russ get with a good play caller, then you can kind of make that judgment. And I think Hackett was actually calling plays last night, right? Because I don't think he called it the first 2 games.
Yeah, he was. I'm pretty sure he was.
And things got worse last night. Let's keep it up. Like that is the definition of stealing a win. I mean, like,
no, they don't look good, but I think I wouldn't cancel Russ yet. But if we're like week 9 having the same conversation, I'd get a little worried.
And I just wanted to say, and then I'll go on to one of you, but it is kind of weird putting a 2-1 team as most disappointing. Like,
I mean,
in my eyes, but it's not like they.
You're not wrong, though. Record shouldn't determine if you're playing good football or bad football.
Yeah.
The
It doesn't.
Broncos are playing bad football.
Could you make an argument that they should be 0-3 right now? I think you
Absolutely.
absolutely can.
Absolutely.
I think you absolutely
I think you can make the argument that the Lions should be 3-0 for the way they've been playing.
that too.
Like, it's just some teams are playing good football.
Some
and
get the bounce, some get the ball, some don't. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
why it's the NFL.
Raw.
Some get the ball, some don't.
so it's got to come down to the ball.
All right, I'll go to you.
I hope I didn't take Dobbs because I think we kind of had the same reaction.
No, I have backups lined up. Don't worry.
Okay, I am going to do the Cincinnati Bengals.
You did not steal mine.
I was going to do that too. That's a good one.
All right. I mean, what the fuck, guys? Come on. You go to the Super Bowl, you surprised everyone. But actually, now that I'm saying that out loud, I think that is the reason. They caught everyone off guard last year. No one thought the Bengals were going to be good. And, they fucking snuck their way into the playoffs, into the Super Bowl. Now people are circling them when they play them this year, and they're just not coming with that same juice. And they're not ready for the expectations of being a juggernaut team in the NFL, I think.
That's a great freaking point because when the Chiefs went to the Super Bowl, everybody circled that game. Like,
Yep.
oh, we're playing the Chiefs. Bring our fucking
Yep.
A game.
Last
Bengals
year,
need to know that.
Last year was like, oh, we got the Bengals. No one was ready for it. And they still have a great offense. What's going on with the O-line, too? What the fuck?
Yeah. Still.
I don't even start on that.
But
bro.
it's like a mixture of things. I've been seeing this a lot. Like, it's like a mixture of them getting beat, but then it's also a mixture of Burrow just holding on way too long.
That's another
So
great
it's
point.
like, yeah, they're obviously going to get the sack credited towards them, but it's also like Burrow should take some credit.
And can I take this? Wait, Tyler, and I want to take this second to because that's a great point. I've wanted to get this off for a while too, and it's never really been like a perfect transition. This is the perfect transition. I think the reason we see this problem from Joey B, because like I say, LSU boy, that's my guy. But he went even back at LSU. There was a lot of times, and these same O linemen now that are evolving into good starting O linemen. We're seeing it right now. Robert Hunt is the most recent example. These guys that were on his O line giving him so much time. I'm talking about this dude would have like 15 seconds to roll, make one slow D tackle miss. Like he had so much time in the pocket. He was so used to that. And I think that he still hasn't gotten used to the fact that 1-2, you got to get rid of it. Like he had so much time. And it's like big part of he's awesome, but huge part of the reason he could throw like 500 yards a game.
I've had the same thought.
And he has to get used to this. It's never going to be like that again. And it's like almost like that hasn't clicked yet.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. I wonder if some outlet does stats on that. Like holding the ball sacks. PFF does.
Pro Football Focus does that, and they've actually
fuck that.
they've actually credited a lot of the sacks to Burrow, more than you would guess.
Oh, it's like more than half.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm sure it's probably like 9.
I brought it
15
up.
on
I brought it up last
maybe?
week. I think like 8 of them are credited to him. There's like 3 on the left tackle, 2 on the right. Like mixed and max, but
if
like
it's
majority
still
of them
the
are
number
Burrow.
one causing this, then fix it.
Come on.
Something I also want to point out. Disappointing team Broncos. Disappointing team Bengals. I am not a fan of Zach Taylor. I'm not a fan of Nathaniel Hackett. Coaching playing a big part in the early part of the season. I'm going to see if they're going to fix it up or not.
You've always been bold on the Zach Taylor train. It looks like you were that take was falling apart last year.
Yeah.
But it's making sense now. And I mean, and that re-sign when it happened, we knew it was like, did they like?
I don't want to sound corny, but
what are you about?
It's
to
just
say?
No, it's
Oh.
just true. It's like once you face adversity, you get to find out who is really a good leader. And Zach Taylor just comes across as more of an X's and O's guy. Everything was going good for them last year, like we said before, and now they're facing some adversity, and it doesn't really look like the players are like rallying or anything like that.
I'm just gonna say this, and then we can move on. But I don't want to bring them up again. But why does this have like? And I hate putting this on Zach Taylor, but like, is this like a parallel like that we saw with Nagy and the Bears?
I knew you were gonna say that.
Bro, it
Because
could
the thing
be.
is, they have obviously 100 times more talent on that team. No doubt, no doubt than what the Bears had. But it's that thing like year one was so easy. You just went to the Super Bowl. Everything was coming off right, and like you were saying, to adversity, you had like teams are obviously going to be ready for what you put on tape last year.
They're the team that everybody watches.
Right, but
over the
then
offseason.
that's when you have to become a great coach and
adapt.
to that and figure
Yeah,
it out.
wow.
You got to figure it out.
Wow.
And because like that, and that's what I don't think Nagy did in Chicago. It's like he went in year one. It's like, oh, let's do the same thing again. It didn't
This
work.
is such fire spitting. I
Like,
can't
Yeah,
believe it.
wow.
I
it's
don't
like
know.
a very interesting
Because it's
It
a
is-
great point.
Because you have to truly adapt to the NFL. The NFL changes every day. Everyone says it. It's like it's a day by day league.
Mhm.
You have to make
Wow.
adjustments on the fly. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck. And what are the Bengals right now? They're stuck.
They're stuck.
And even if they
And
won
yes,
it,
they beat the Jets. I don't care. That doesn't have any weight on me. Thursday night is a perfect turnaround. You just beat a crappy team. Thursday night, you got to play the undefeated team in the NFL and the Dolphins.
Another team
How-
that people are kind of
how-
like sleeping on
And
too.
how are you going to come back to that? Short week. If you lose, you're 1-3 now. And the hill only gets bigger.
Can I just say the stat? It was like something like over the past 2 years, not a single team to start 0-2 has made the playoffs.
Yeah.
It is
And the
crazy.
Bengals were already in that, so
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, two last things, and I promise we'll move on. The first thing is, remember what you said when the beginning of the season? Did the Bengals talk too much this offseason? Were they in their own head a little too much? Are they a little too confident? Looking like that's definitely a real thing.
Like,
you were
because
saying?
I absolutely hated that Jamar stuff with he was like with Denzel Ward and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's looking
Bro,
bad right
just
now.
relax. Like you could talk a little bit, but he's coming out like head on fire, like talking shit.
And
Oh, it's you guys, and I want you guys all like stuff like that. I don't like
and
it.
and the thing is too, like even if he won the ring, let's say Zach Taylor, even if the Bengals had the ring right now, it's like the Doug Peterson situation. That doesn't like disqualify. We would still be having the same discussion right now. It doesn't. The discussion is about adapting, and we're
That's
not seeing the
another great
Bengals make
point.
any of those. We're not seeing the Bengals do any of that.
I mean, they did like the on-field like concerns was the O-line and stuff. Yeah, they fixed that, but it don't matter if you're not fixing how plays are running, how your team's playing. Does your team get behind you? All that kind of stuff. So that's just an interesting to see.
No,
Can-
you're right. You should see
Can
results.
Can Zach Taylor turn around himself, because he looks like he might be the one that's putting this on them, because they got all the talent in the world, like I said.
So just to summarize, Zach Taylor, very suspicious right
Figure it
now.
out.
And Joe Burrow, he's a huge part of the sacks. Like,
Yeah.
don't get it twisted.
Yeah,
All right, next one.
there's no two ways about it.
Dobbs,
I'll take us.
you're
and-
a
and-
disappointing team, please.
So I was gonna do the Raiders, but then I decided I'm like, everyone's been talking about the Raiders. Everyone knows the Raiders are huge disappointment. How about a more small market team? I'll talk about my team for a sec, because they have been incredibly disappointing. Man, the New Orleans Saints. Look, I don't even know where to get started with
Wow.
my boys right now. No, I really don't know where to get started, because here's the thing. Right, we should be 0-3. Look, it's like what's nice we're 1-2, but we should be 0-3 realistically. We got super lucky against the Falcons that choked away a game and played not to lose or play whatever. You get the point. And here we are at 1-2, should be 0-3. Our passing game's terrible until the fourth quarter, every single game. And this is the problem, bro. It's not even just the this year thing. This goes all the way back to when Jameis got injured and the Trevor Siemian, when that era started like midway through last year. It's like the Saints don't start playing offense until like late in the third or fourth quarter. They play great defense all game, but it's always too late. And it's just been the theme for like the last season and a half. We have so many weapons now. That was the whole thing. Is the O-line is, our line is supposed to be fine. I thought Ruiz was going to make these big jumps. Jameis was going to be making these big. Jameis has totally regressed this year after the injury. He looks totally like a 3-year-old like version of Jameis. He made the jump initially after like last year, then he got injured, and it's like we're back to square one. And the defense too, I'm going to keep it real. Defense looking like it regressed just a little bit. Defense still playing good, That's the thing is, if they're not playing perfect, we're not winning games right now. And they were playing pretty much perfect last year. We're missing tackles this year. Bradley Roby looking really shaky, man. Oh my goodness. And we play a lot of man coverage. It's like I'm consistently seeing Roby get cooked. It's like, dude, we got to figure it out.
I have a question for you.
Letting
about
go
the
Chauncey in the
defense, though.
slot. I mean, we had to, but we're paying for it right now. And that's the thing is, we let go of our first round pick 2 next year. It hits a point where I start to say, and last thing, I'm gonna let you guys have the floor here, but Peyton Turner, first rounder. We don't even use the guy. He grades terribly every single week. He gets penalties every single week. Hasn't done anything. Our first rounders, like the last 3 or 4 years, have been really bad picks. Got to hit on those. That was our bread and butter for so long. Penning hasn't even played. Thank God Olave looks really good. That's the silver lining I have for the season right now. Because other than that, the Saints are playing really, really poorly, and they're one of the worst offenses. It's not even close.
Shout out to the
So
Buckeyes.
I have a
baby.
question for you because
And Kamara's huge regression.
Yeah.
So many things.
My question for you is that when you look at the defense in general, you've got Tyrann Mathieu, who's getting up there in age. You got Demario Davis, who's getting up there in age. You got Cameron Jordan, who's getting up there in age. You don't have any more picks anymore, and you trade away Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. It's like the roster's built to win now, but if you guys aren't going to do it, like, is this panic mode? Is it time?
That's the thing is, like, I'll keep it real. I'll tell you what I will tell you guys 100% what time it is at the end of this season based off of how it's just going to be how we do. Because I still have faith that the Saints can be a playoff team because that's how weak the NFC is this year. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I still might not hit panic button after the season. Like, so we could make the playoffs and
make it or break it year.
It really is. And there's no excuses. Because like you said, it's the point is we're in a win now mode. And we also don't have the draft capital to go and grab someone next year. It's not, so it's kind of like we either are going to have to hit a slight reset at the end of this year, where it's like, that's your point. It's not like it's even a full reset. We have some good young pieces. I love Pete Werner. We got guys, man. We got, we still got Marshawn on contract, but we still have good guys that are in their prime. But it's just a matter of, like you said, we are in win now mode as far as the way our contracts are aligned. And we're going to have to make some tough decisions. It looks like, I mean, unless Jameis really turns things around and becomes a superhero, it's like, we're going to have to make some tough decisions. And there's just no 2 ways around it.
One more question for you. You guys are going to enjoy this a lot.
I know where you're coming
No, this is wild. You have no idea what I'm about to say. Because you guys don't have a first round pick next year, would you guys want ours if we took Olave from you? Like, is that cool?
from. Oh, that fucking.
Can we take him?
Dude, I would. Oh
Can we
my
get
lord.
Olave if we give you our
I'm not even
first?
going to cap, bro. It's to the
Do
point
it.
where, like, if Jameis wasn't missing Olave like 25% of the time, bro, Olave would have like an extra 200 yards right now. Like, like Olave is actually out here like already. He's already like one of the
Best deep threats.
He's one of the best deep threats for sure. I mean, he's going to be. He's
fucking different.
We knew we trade up. That's the one thing. Saints no receivers. I'm not doubting that. That's one thing our draft room still knows is they definitely know they're receivers, man. They when they grab a receiver, I'm confident. But it's like, man, we got to start hitting these other positions, and we failed on 2 first rounds in a row basically at this point, and there needs to be some accountability, I guess. What are we gonna do, guys? Where do we go from here? That's what Saints fans are asking.
One
The
more
answer, I guess, we're
question.
gonna have to wait for, but.
How big of a factor are you placing on the fact that Jameis's back is fucked?
But that's.
I feel like that's
I'm gonna
gotta be
keep it
tough
real.
to play with.
Here's my thing. How much? Here's my answer. How much does it play? Well, this is the problem. It wouldn't play that much of a factor, and I'd still be really confident in the Jameis experiment because of how well our roster's created if our run game was working. Our run game is absolute garbage. Like, literally, our running backs look like they have no clue. Like, I mean, literally, everybody's clueless. The O-line is clueless, and we're getting no push. And even when we get pushed, the wrong hole gets read. I mean, it's literally like, trust me when I tell you, watching Saints football has never been. It's like watching the Bears right now. I'm being honest. This is like how you guys have been for the last
I don't
10
know
years.
if you can equate it to that.
Oh,
to be honest.
trust me. No. You really can. Like, get in the red zone, we turn it over. Like, it just hasn't failed yet.
We
this
don't
year.
get
And
to
it's-
the red zone.
At least you make it there.
What is the red
Bro,
zone?
what the hell?
It's even worse when you make it in. It's even worse when you
Bro.
make it in. The Saints. That's actually, let me rephrase
Y'all are
it.
tripping.
I've been watching the Saints beat themselves on offense for the past 15 weeks. I'm getting so tired of it, but I'm not gonna get mad. I'm not, because it's just not worth it. But they need to figure it out. They're gonna figure it out. But that's the thing is, I can't get mad about it because they have too much to figure out.
Y'all
And if
are
they
tripping,
do
bro.
somehow, some way on some 2017 Eagles type shit, then hooray. But if not, we're in for a long season, Saints fans.
Bro, y'all are tripping. The Bears get to the red zone. Come on. Come on. All right, we'll end it off with Dylan here.
I already went.
Oh, you already went?
It kind of needs to go, I think.
Oh,
Of course you forgot about me.
He forgot about you, bro.
yeah, that's my bad, honestly.
It's all right. Mine,
Sorry.
I had some answers too, and I was going to do Raiders, but I feel like that's too easy as
It's a
well.
cop out. It's a cop out.
It's a cop
Everyone
out.
knows they're bad. Everyone in the world knows they're bad. No, only winless team
Yeah.
in the NFL. And Who before the season would say that?
That's literally ridiculous.
Not a
bet.
damn soul in this world would say that they'd be the only winless team right now.
You know what? I got another thing that I don't think anybody saw coming.
Give it to me.
My most disappointing team so far this year is the Los Angeles Chargers. And I don't think it's like totally
Yeah.
it's like not their fault at all. But like
I understand what you're saying.
Now you
and
got
you,
me
you
hot.
can still say it
Now you got
because
me hot.
regardless of
'Cause I can come
injuries
back
or
at it.
whatever,
This is
I mean,
gonna
it's
be
still
good.
disappointing.
it's
It's
disappointing.
disappointing.
It's not like they're playing extremely bad or I mean, their head coach has been a little suspect as of late, so there is a little bit of blame to go around. But like Rashawn Slater is out for the season.
Bosa's
Keep-
missing time.
Bosa's gonna miss some time.
Lindsley's been out.
Lindsey's been out.
Jackson's not responding well.
Exactly, and then, like those
Herbert's
are
playing hurt too.
Yeah.
Herbert's playing with like
Keenan.
cracked ribs. Like
Keenan's
there's just so
hurt.
much
They have
going
Josh
on.
Palmer though.
the lone bright spot for the Chargers is Josh Palmer this year.
I
No,
need
wait,
that.
that's-
I need that.
Like
clip
no,
to
I,
view.
like it seriously hits the point where we got to start asking ourselves. And I'm not like this sounds so bad to say, but it's true. Like, is something wrong with like the Chargers like staff? Like, is it like is their medical staff like?
Okay.
I don't want to start throwing
can
around
I-
blame. No, but I mean like
I wanna
seriously,
give-
this hits a point where
I want to
like
give Connor his time to speak, but I have to make one comparison. The Chicago White Sox and the Chargers are the same with injuries. Everyone gets hurt almost every week. They can't go like 7 days without someone getting hurt.
Such a great parallel.
And it has to be the training staff. Sorry, Connor, go ahead.
like, is
That
there
is
a point where we
it's
got to
very
start?
true.
I think it's just luck, to be honest. Like injuries in my eyes are just like I don't know. You can't guess. You can't say that like this guy's gonna get hurt every year. I mean, people are saying that about like Saquon before the season, or like Keenan Allen was hurt the first 2 years of his career. In the last 5, he's been perfectly fine. So yeah, he went down this year, and the offense suffered for it. And it's unimaginative. Your head coach is a defensive play caller, and the Jaguars just put up 30 something on you. Like, a lot of things just aren't going right for them, and I'm worried about them being able to bounce back because their quarterback's going to have a lingering injury for the next 14 weeks. That's a long time to have your quarterback playing with broken ribs. So sooner or later, I guess Justin's just going to call it quits if they're not winning games.
Well, it comes down to the fact that he shouldn't have played on Sunday.
Right. Agreed.
Yeah, that's the thing. He should not have played Sunday. No way in hell. Why? I would say just yes, take your losses. You lost anyways with him in. He didn't look great. Like there's throws that I was watching. I'm like, dude, he makes that throw. I've seen him do it millions of times. Why are you rushing that? And that's an injury that's never gonna go away, like you were saying. Because guess what? He gets hit all the time. Like, and it's not gonna get much better. I hate this guy with so much in me. I hate him with everything. Storm Norton is so bad.
Awful.
Damn, Storm
So-
Norton is Storm Norton call out.
Catching strays.
Bro, so
Yeah,
bad. He's gonna be the left
Man has a
tackle.
family.
He's gonna be the left tackle for the next 14 weeks.
He's awful.
And it's gonna be bad news. And I'm scared. I am very scared because
That's not good for a quarterback that's having rib
A rib-
issues.
That is very true.
Last year-
Let Justin get cracked once in the rib
listen,
area.
last year, Storm
And
Norton
teams
came
are going to
in
be
and played.
gunning for that. It's effed up, but let's keep it
It's
real.
real.
It's like,
Teams
that's
do
the-
that.
It's a wounded. What do they say? He's a wounded. He's not gonna. They're going to
Dobbs
go
knows
for.
about that for
they're
sure.
going, dude. They're
Bounty Gate.
you think you. If
Wow.
you think that the defensive coaches are not behind the scenes saying, "Look, man, you
Give him
lay-
an extra pop.
we're trying to win this game.
No,
if you can
it's
get him
true,
out of
though.
that game, and you can,
I
they're
forgot.
gonna.
I forgot where I heard that though. Someone on like some broadcast was like,
That was funny, but they're
they're gonna-
they're going for
they're
No,
it.
they
gonna
do that.
They're
They're
gonna
throwing him
give
out
you an
there.
extra pop when they're walking by.
Yep.
Every time it nags. It's an injury. It's just not gonna go away. I don't know. I'm scared. But then this is where my call to action comes in. Justin Herbert, if you are that guy, by Lord, I think you are. I think you could be fucking amazing. But please, man, just put this team on your back, dog. Like I know your ribs are.
It might just not
hurting.
be the year, Tyler.
But please,
he doesn't
bro, I
even-
need you, dog.
He doesn't
I need
even
him.
need to show it though.
He
The Chiefs
doesn't.
game was enough for me.
Yeah, honestly, I was gonna say
like I respect
but
the
just-
fuck out of him.
But if he could do this, broken ribs, all this stuff, take him to the playoffs, what do people have to say now? I need him to see it. I need to do it. I need him to do it. That's all the bottom line. I need to see him do
I don't
it.
think there's even like that many Justin Herbert haters anymore. I think he's proven it to.
There's still a
No,
lot.
we're the haters. We're concerned about. I'm not even a hater. But people are concerned about. I think about the Chargers. I don't even think it's a Herbert thing anymore. I think it's just that franchise.
That's true.
Like I think people are concerned about that franchise.
But yeah, I feel bad.
Well, so here's the question though. It's super early into the season, but like at this point, if I was the GM or the president or somewhere far up calling the shots, I think I tell my head coach, like, hey, sit Justin till he gets like somewhat more healthy. You don't have your left tackle anymore. That's huge. Sit him. Maybe Chase Daniels wins you a couple games. Like, as long as you're fighting for a playoff spot, when he comes back, then you can really start
take
to
off,
see.
right?
Yeah.
So
I
this
felt
is what
that,
they
yeah,
should do.
Really? I felt that. That was awesome.
Justin needs his not veteran maintenance days.
Shut up. Oh,
In-
I thought you.
What?
I thought you were talking about like he doesn't need his veteran wide receiver. I thought you were
No,
leading into
injury.
Josh Palmer.
No. But that does make sense to me wholeheartedly.
That's
I get it.
hysterical.
That's where I thought you were going.
Um,
Continue.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, he needs injury maintenance days. They need to pick and choose some games on the schedule where they're like, hey, Josh or Chase Daniels can play this game and we might be able to win. That's enough. And just let Justin rest.
Yeah.
Bro, we know Chase is chasing the money. He's going out there.
Hey,
He's chasing the money. He's
He
going
won
out
the
there for
Bears
another
some games.
Chase the money, Daniels. He's going out there to another contract. He's not playing around. He's
So
out
yeah.
there.
I
He's-
don't know. Damn it, Connor. I'm mad you put them up there. You're mean.
Come on, man.
Chase the
Man.
money.
I'm sorry I had to.
Yeah, I don't know. They could be in some trouble. They do have a lot of injuries. That's so scary. So scary. I hate it.
It just might not be the year for the Chargers. And I hate to, and it's one of those things where you hate to say this that early. And this is one of those, I'm putting myself in a freezing cold take position. It looks like really rough out the gates, though.
I don't think
Kind
that's
of
a
like the
physical
Saints
take.
season was for me last year. It's kind of like, yeah,
It happens.
this is not the year. Like,
it
it's like
happens
that's
to
just
teams
the-
every year, right?
Like,
They have Super Bowl expectations, like that big of expectations, and just everything goes wrong for them.
yeah,
It's just what happens.
and it's unfortunate, but especially because we want something for the Chargers so bad. They're one of those fan bases where we here at YDKB, we feel for you guys, man. Like,
I'm gonna be honest.
it sucks. It just,
I was always like a Chiefs fake supporter. You were Chargers, so we would always banter and stuff. But like, it would be nice to see the Chargers like actually compete because I really thought this year was going to be the year that they were going to do it.
they've been so close so many times.
My heart feels good that
They
you
just-
said that.
They need to
It's-
just
after watching them play
Get over
against
the
the
hump.
Chiefs, where they looked like the better team.
if someone's gonna get him over that
I've-
hump too, it's gonna be Herbert. It's just it might
Whoever-
not be the year.
Whoever has a curse on the Chargers, please take it off.
Lift it
them.
now.
Please, I'm begging. Whoever did it out there in the world, however long ago, lift the curse.
Yeah.
Lift the
Hunter
curse.
couldn't help himself with that. Said, "I'm begging."
I'm seriously begging, dude. I want them to be good.
Literally cry.
Me
No,
too.
I'm with you though. I want that. Like,
No,
dude, already-
I get it.
Like I want them to be great.
Well, that has been our show, guys. Thanks for watching. I think we're gonna continue this format. I like it.
I had too much fun this week, man. I hope everyone else did too.
Go Bears.
No,
Oh, we didn't even get any Bears talk in.
that's all right.
It's
I
okay.
don't want it anyways. Yeah. It's fine.
Nothing to say.
All right, bye, guys.
Yeah, what is there to say?
Roquan Smith. What are you talking about?